Okay, so I know, like I said, I've been really behind on a lot of my reviews, so please forgive me. But just know that all the while I have been working on other stuff, just nothing that required me to talk, because it just wasn't happening with this crazy cold I have. If you've been paying attention to other stuff that's on the site, I've already talked about it at length. Not going to talk about it anymore. Let's carry on with the review for Walking Dead Survival Instincts. So, look, God, where do I start with this game? This game has problems. And I mean, when I say problems, I mean problems. So, this game is brought to you by Terminal Reality. If you are familiar with Terminal Reality, then you know them as the studio that brought you the original Blood Rain games. They also did connect Star Wars and Spy Hunter. Very, 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 very miss when it comes. Like, you say hit or miss. This studio is the epitome of the miss studio, because they don't often get this shit right. It is not to be confused with the Telltale Games Walking Dead, which is a fucking masterpiece. Regardless of whether you compare this Survival Instinct to that game, but every time I talk to people who played the Telltale Games version of Walking Dead and didn't like it, they always kept saying, "Man, I just want to play fucking shooter, man. I just want to walk around and shoot zombies, man. I don't want to do no story shit." Well, I mean, let me go and tell you right now. First off, you're a moron. And two, if you want to play a first-person shooter version of Walking Dead, then you've missed the point of Walking Dead. Walking Dead is not about just running around and shooting zombies. I mean, yeah, I know they do that in the show from time to time, and they also do it in the comic as well, but The Walking Dead is about story. It's about character development. That's why you like it. Regardless of whether your small brain wants to admit it or not, that is why you watch Walking Dead. That's why you read Walking Dead. You read it because the story is compelling. Yes, they kill zombies, but there are sometimes, especially in the comic book, they go entire issues without killing a single zombie. Because the zombies they're not what is important about The Walking Dead. It's about the people. Now, with this game, they give you the game that a lot of you meatheads have probably been looking for. If you've been looking for the type of game that is a Left 4 Dead clone. Only not really, because this game fucking sucks. Spoiler, but basically with this game, you have Norman Reedus and Michael Rooker, who are from the show, played Daryl and Merle Dixon. They come back and they're basically playing their characters before they meet up with the actual group. And this is not the same stone cold-blooded Daryl that you may know from the show, at least not yet. I mean, he's not that cold-blooded guy that just kills people without thinking about it. Well, zombies, rather. Nor does he have that exact same killer instinct. I mean, you're catching these guys early on. And please, don't ask me what the story is about this game, because honestly, for as long as I played it, I really didn't get it. I mean, you basically drive, not actually drive. You pick a destination, or you have a destination you have to go to, and you drive to said destination, and depending on whether or not you choose to go the scenic route, or the highway, or whatever, you have a chance of your car breaking down in some randomly generated, though they all look the same, town area, and you basically have to, find stuff, and scavenge for supplies like food, ammo, weapons, whatnot, and get back to the car so that way you can move on to the next area. Which, given the fact this game has kind of a pseudo-stealth element to it, I would probably say that's actually the one area of the game where they still fail, but they don't fail quite as hard. With this particular game, you don't want to go in guns blazing, because honestly, guns are like a huge, they're a huge crutch. I mean, they're more of a curse than they are a blessing, because what's going to wind up happening is you shoot at one zombie, you make enough noise, just like in the show, you attract more zombies. And what ends up happening is realize very fast when you do melee in this game, the melee is so weak, at least until you get the fire axe, and even then it's still not that great. Zombies, I don't know, the zombie combat is very clumsy. The stealth aspect of it, while it does work at some times, doesn't always work, and it fails more often than not. Not only that, but you know that this game kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of Aliens Colonial Marines. Though it didn't have as much hype going into it like Aliens Colonial Marines did, this game suffers the same problems the Aliens Colonial Marines has. It looks dated. The game looks bad. It's awful. And I'm not even that big of a graphics guy. I can let graphics slide in favor of better gameplay and better story. But this game has neither. So I have to point that out. Another problem with the game is the fact that they give you this borderline Oregon Trail mechanic to it, where you find survivors along the way, and while they don't go out and fight with you, you basically send them on task, and they go do this while you're going to go do your thing, and you never cross paths with them. And depending on the survivors, each survivor has a different type of a skill set or a propensity to find certain types of things. And you can send them to go get food or supplies or whatever. Or you can just tell them to stay at the car, which honestly, it doesn't make a goddamn difference, because if they go out, they get hurt, and whatever food or supplies they give you, you have to use to heal them. And just fucking make them stay at the car. It's fucking stupid. It just does not work. Another misgiving of this game, another aspect of the combat is that if a zombie gets too close to you, you get caught in these moments where, kind of similar to Dead Island, where a zombie gets close enough, they'll kind of do like a grab on you, and you gotta do like a QTE to get out of it. Whereas with this game, you do something kind of similar, and while it did work the first couple of times, if you get caught in a swarm of zombies, you get caught in this endless loop of being grabbed by a zombie and completing a QTE to get out of it and kill the zombie, only to be caught by the next zombie in line. And I do remember when I was playing this on Xbox 360, I remember getting an achievement for killing like 5 or more of these things in a QTE. And it was funny because I got it just by getting caught in one of those cycles. Matter of fact, I want to say I killed like 12 zombies in a row doing just that before I almost died. The game just has so many problems. I mean, that's another thing too. With Daryl and Merle's actors, Norman Reedus and Michael Rooker being in the game, both phenomenal actors. And I've heard Michael Rooker in other games, so I know for a fact the man can actually do voice acting. He's really good at it. Norman Reedus, I think this is the first time I've ever seen him or heard him in a game before, but either way, both these guys, Merle does the best Michael Rooker does the best he can with this, but it ain't working. And Norman Reedus, bless his heart, a great actor, but yeah, the voice acting in this game is just atrocious. And I want to go ahead and say right now, I wasn't even originally going to post a review for this, because I was like, fuck it, I think you guys are smart enough to know this game sucks. But I kept having so many people come up to me and say, hey, how is this game? Is this game great? I bet it's great. It's gotta be. It's Walking Dead. And it's like, no. And when I tell people it's bad, it's like, oh, you mean bad like as in good? No, I mean the classic Webster's Dictionary definition of bad. It is bad, meaning the opposite of good. This game is horrible. It is a cash grab. This is Activision and Terminal Reality putting this game out saying, hey, look, the season finale's coming up for this game. Let's go ahead and throw this out because people are going to fucking rush out and buy it. Just like how when it's basketball, college basketball season, people rush out and want copies of NCAA basketball. Or when it's NFL playoffs, people rush out and they want to buy, fucking Madden or NBA 2K if it's basketball. I mean, look. This game is horrible. It's rancid. Stay the fuck away from it. This game sucks shit through a fucking straw. And that's my rating for it. I mean, that is me being nice. I mean, I'm trying to be kind here. I had thought about giving it a hot garbage, but I'm sorry, this game is just worse than that. It sucks shit through a straw, and it's absolutely fucking dreadful. And I didn't even really go into all the things I hated about it. I mean, and I will say this, my New Year's resolution was that if for every time I give a bad review for something, I'm gonna say at least one nice thing about it. And that is what I was saying earlier about Aliens Colonial Marines. Aliens Colonial Marines, which I guess if you don't know by now, I thought that sucked shit through a straw as well. So there you go. Yeah, you know now. But Aliens Colonial Marines had a particular part in it that I thought was really creepy, genuinely scary, and had that survival horror element that like has been lacking in games lately. It actually terrified me for a part. And it was like within like the first couple of 2 or 3 chapters of the game. And then after that, it was just like, actually before and after that, the game was just horrible. Walking Dead is more of the same. It's like in the very beginning, I was like, oh man, this is actually kind of creepy. Oh shit, there's a zombie. And it's like, oh man, whoa, it came from out of nowhere. And oh my god, how am I gonna get... And then after that, I was just like, man, this combat's fucking clumsy. It's terrible. The controls are bad. This game looks awful. The voice acting is bad. And I was like, oh my god, I just kept naming and listing off bad things about it. So just know, this game is rancid, stay the fuck away from it, and that's my review. So comment, like, and subscribe. Just keep it real with me like I keep it real with you, and stay tuned for the new content coming up, because it is coming.